WWE delivered a blockbuster moment on Friday night as SmackDown lit up with a segment that brought together some of the biggest names in the business. Cody Rhodes stood at the heart of the ring, championship over his shoulder, and a sense of importance filled the air. This wasn't just another promo. This was a declaration of status, legacy, and power. Cody, carrying the weight of the undisputed WWE Championship, welcomed the audience with the confidence of a man who has fought through every obstacle to reach the mountaintop. The crowd greeted him with thunderous cheers, acknowledging the journey he's taken to get here. He didn't stand alone for long. The unmistakable horns of John Cena's theme hit the arena like a lightning bolt, and in an instant, the energy shifted. Cena, a name synonymous with WWE greatness, walked down to the ring with the presence of a veteran, a legend, and still a fighter. Cena entered with respect, locking eyes with Cody in a moment that fans could only dream of. The past and the present stood shoulder to shoulder, both champions in their own time. Words weren't necessary to understand what was shared: mutual respect, perhaps even admiration. Jey Uso made his entrance next, and the crowd erupted once again. Ever since stepping out of Roman Reigns' shadow, Jey has become one of the most beloved figures in WWE. The "Yeet" chants echoed through the arena, showing how deeply connected he's become with the audience. Jey didn't just walk to the ring, he bounced with rhythm, energy, and confidence. He joined the standoff, bringing a swagger that's unmistakable and impossible to ignore. He's no longer someone's right-hand man. He's a main eventer, period. Then came Logan Paul. The boos rolled in, but so did the attention. Love him or hate him, Logan knows how to command it. With the United States Championship across his shoulder and a cocky grin on his face, he entered the lion's den with no fear. Logan Paul thrives in the chaos. He basks in the hatred. And when he steps into a ring with the likes of Cena, Cody, and Jey, he knows exactly how to stir the pot. He didn't back down. He leaned into the tension. The four men stood inside the squared circle. The crowd was alive with anticipation. The possibilities were endless. A brawl. A match announcement. A surprise alliance. Cody took the mic and, with his usual calm charisma, welcomed the crowd and addressed the magnitude of the moment. He acknowledged the legacy around him and didn't miss a chance to remind Logan Paul who was standing across from him. Cena followed with wisdom and warning. He talked about respect, about moments, about not squandering opportunities. He didn't preach, he advised. And in doing so, he elevated the segment with his presence alone. Jey brought the emotion. His words were raw, real, and direct. He spoke about fighting for something greater than himself. The crowd responded to every syllable. Then Logan Paul grabbed the mic and did what he does best: agitate. He belittled Cody, mocked Cena, dismissed Jey, and made it clear that in his eyes, he's the only star that matters. Tempers flared. Words flew. Fingers were pointed. But no one backed down. Cena got nose to nose with Logan. Jey got in Cody's ear, teasing tension or perhaps suggesting strategy. Cody stared down Logan with the focused glare of a man ready to shut a mouth. Security didn't need to separate them, but it felt like they might have to at any second. The segment ended not with fists but with looks, glares, smirks, gritted teeth. The crowd was buzzing with questions and theories. Was this the beginning of a multi-man feud? Will Cena be around longer than we thought? Is Logan going after Cody's title next? This segment was a masterclass in tension building. It didn't overstay its welcome. It gave everyone their moment. And it left viewers wanting more. Online, WWE posted the full video for fans to watch and dissect. Comments flooded in. Views skyrocketed. Clips went viral. This is what happens when the right talent meets the right moment on the right stage. Meanwhile, in the world of NXT, a different kind of story was unfolding. Wrestlenomics reported that Tuesday's live episode of NXT, which aired on the CW, pulled in 650,000 viewers. It was a drop from the previous week's 697,000, but the show had a strong card following Sunday's Battleground. The post-PPV Fallout episodes are always crucial for keeping momentum. NXT had the pieces in place. Solid matches. Promising storylines. Talented performers ready to break out. But viewership dips happen. They're part of the game. Especially on a Tuesday, competing against other broadcasts, sports, and midweek fatigue. Still, the show delivered in terms of content. Titles were defended. New rivalries sparked. Old ones reignited. The NXT roster continues to evolve, and names like Trick Williams, Roxanne Perez, and Ilya Dragunov are leading the charge. Each week, NXT tries to balance its identity as both a developmental ground and a legitimate third brand. That's not an easy task. But it's one they've taken on with increasing success. The numbers may have dipped, but the enthusiasm from fans hasn't. NXT's in-ring work remains elite. The storytelling is getting tighter. And the brand is starting to find its voice on the CW network. Growth is rarely linear. Some weeks you spike, others you dip. What matters is consistency and direction. And NXT appears to have both. The contrast between the firework-filled SmackDown segment and the more grounded, wrestling-focused NXT episode shows the depth of WWE's programming. One brings the spectacle, the other delivers the craft. Together, they offer something for everyone. Fans can celebrate legends like Cena, rising megastars like Cody, and polarizing figures like Logan Paul. They can also appreciate the grind of talents on NXT fighting for their spot under the bright lights. WWE is in a unique place right now. Multiple brands, multiple platforms, multiple stars. Each show tells a piece of a larger story. And as summer approaches, those stories are heating up. Fans are tuning in to see what's next for Cody Rhodes. Will he face Logan Paul? Will John Cena return for one last run? Will Jey Uso step into the title picture? Over in NXT, will Trick Williams remain champion? Who rises next? Every show matters. Every moment counts. In WWE, as it stands today, is maximizing its opportunities. Friday night was proof of how big moments can still surprise. Tuesday night was a reminder that the future is being built match by match. One gave us fireworks, the other laid bricks, and both, in their own way, gave fans plenty to talk about. That's what keeps this machine running. That's the magic of WWE.